I need the rookies and the Vipers to report to field 6.
And there it is.
Straightaway center.
Gone.
That is.
Nord, when he needed it, got it. And it's 5-2. And Nord is trying to pump up his team.
Anytime you have a national championship, you want everybody playing at their best as much as possible. And
Hey everybody, welcome to the West Coast Wiffle Report. DP here. And before we get started with our show tonight, I wanted to let everybody know we can now listen also on Spotify. Get on there, search for WCWR. Follow us there if you can. It will prompt you, I believe, when we have a new show up. That's if you want to listen to another show. But anyway, thanks for listening. Good show tonight. Tonight's show is going to be the original Dream Policeman, Gregg Brofer, friend of mine that I've known for a long time. He was a basketball player at Mesa Community College and also over at Cal Poly Pomona. We'll be discussing the origins of the Dream Police team, how we came to that, and tell some war stories about our basketball and wiffleball escapades. I want to give a shout out to the Fast Plastic Radio Network. Be sure to listen in there on Facebook and on their YouTube channel, Fast Plastic Radio Network. And also you can listen to some more wiffleball podcasts on Wiffle Now. You can subscribe to that on iTunes. And I do know you get prompted there because I get to hear them all. And they're combining some other wiffleball podcasts in there, and it's they're doing good things there. We are going to be getting our Arizona wiffle ball started here again soon, if it ever stops raining. Yes, even snowed last week. So stay tuned for that. We'll have information on that on our Arizona wiffle ball Facebook page. So let's get in the studio with former Dream Police teammate Gregg Brofer. Gregg, welcome to the show.
Hey, man, thanks a lot. Great to be here.
As we start, I got to bring this up, and you can explain it to everybody. Who did it better,
All right.
Roger Cayley or J.R. Smith?
Oh, I'd have to go Roger Cayley by an eyelash. I mean, when he picked up the chair and flung it across the court, Bobby Knight style, when he thought that you guys won.
We got to tell the whole story here. We are down one. We are playing against Gregg's team in a basketball league in Tempe, and we really didn't even know this is when we first met. Actually, playing in this league against you, and we were down one. And we called a timeout, right?
Yeah.
And so go ahead.
During the timeout, apparently, you guys, when you switched baskets at the second half, Roger didn't realize that the score didn't change. So he thought that the basket that you guys were shooting at was ahead by 1 instead of down by 1. You guys came out and Roger was like, pass the ball around. And everybody on our team look at each other and go, yeah, please pass the ball around. Don't stop on our account. And the buzzer goes off and he starts jumping them down that you won, only to find out that you didn't win. And then he went ballistic, and that's when he went Bobby Knight and started throwing chairs.
Oh, that was just...
I remember standing next to you and going, does he do this every game?
Yeah, we worked the ball around until, and remember his name is Lynn Wilson, I think it was. He's pretty good. He was a really good player. He was probably our best scorer. He just finally took a shot at the buzzer and missed it and went home like that, and that was the best when he threw the chair, or kicked the chair, didn't he? I can't remember which he did.
No, I thought he threw it. You don't see this very often.
And the good thing about that is that got us to be friends, and we recruited you to play on our basketball team after that. Or not right then, but it was pretty close after that. Okay, so we played a lot of basketball together. Who do you think who's the best basketball player that you've played against?
Played against?
Yeah.
Probably Dan Majerle. I I would say. I played Summer League. He was on another team. That was back when he was with the Phoenix Suns before he went to Miami. That guy could ball. I mean, he was phenomenal back then. And, he was in the NBA then, obviously, but I mean, you could put 4 guys on him and you weren't going to stop him. He was just unbelievable.
And it's crazy the level that you guys were at that point, too,
well,
when that's going on.
I played in the junior college out here, Mesa Community College. I played out there. And so we played in the best league in the summer that there was. And, the only way you get better is to play the best. And that's what Coach Bennett and Coach Urey did. The Monday, Wednesday league was always had the NBA players, ex-NBA, CBA, whoever. We played against Garfield Hurd, was it Mark Landsberg, I think it was, or Kurt Nymphius, one of those two. Rudy White, you remember him?
Yeah, I remember Rudy playing against him in those Scottsdale leagues.
Yeah, he was one of those that anytime he stepped over a half court, you had to put the body on him because he could shoot lights out. But yeah, I mean that's how you got better, and just had fun. I was telling my wife the other night that when I played in California, we were having a scrimmage in the gym, and Swen Nader came in, and he started playing. And I'm like, Swen Nader was probably 12th guy on the bench for the Clippers at the time. He was on the other team. I boxed him out because one of the guys put up a shot. He flexed his arm and threw me 20 feet out of bounds. And I'm like, holy crap. I mean, if this guy's 12th guy on the bench and he just threw me out without even breaking a sweat, how good are these guys in the NBA?
And
I mean,
and for everybody listening, what the level Gregg played at was, we always tell the story, he was just our best scorer, rebounder, passer, and defender. Other than that, you didn't do anything on our team.
Well, I drove you guys one time. I think I drove you to the gym.
Yeah,
no, it was the emergency room. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Urgent care.
Yeah, well, okay, let's move on. But I was on the Fast Plastic Radio Network, and we were talking, Billy Owens asked me about the Dream Police story, and that's when we were playing together. And do you have any other thoughts on how that all started, the Dream Police team name?
Yeah, I've been a Cheap Trick fan since the first album came out. When we first started to play summer leagues together, church leagues, any type of leagues, I was the one that picked the team name just because I always thought Dream Police was such a great name. It was an album and a song by Cheap Trick. And so I think it was the other gym that made T-shirts that had Dream Police, our basketball jersey had Dream Police on it. But we picked it once, and it just became a recurring, no matter what it was we were playing, baseball, basketball, wiffleball, anything, we were always the Dream Police. But it was just because I was a Cheap Trick fan, loved it, and I was the one that was paying for the summer league team to start with. So I got to be the one to pick the team name. I remember if we had the 6:30 game in Mesa, I'd bring my my boom box and just play that song over and over again while we warmed up before the game. The other team would hate us, the coaches would hate us, the scorekeepers would hate us, the referees would hate us, but we had fun.
Yep, and we won a lot of those games too.
On the Tuesday, Thursday night league, yes.
Yes, the other night.
Not the Monday, Wednesday.
I didn't go on Monday and Wednesday.
No, there were times I shouldn't have been going.
A lot of years ago, I was out there on the East Coast we made a trip down to play a tournament, a wiffball tournament on Long Island. And we stopped in New Jersey first to pick up Tom Lynch. He was a Dream Police player out here, and he had moved out there. And the three of us entered a Fast Plastic tournament there. You might not say we dominated.
No, it would be the exact opposite. I think we were dominated. Not a wiffle ball player. I'd like to play, don't get me wrong, but I can't make contact with the ball to save my life.
I think we played 4 games, and just to be fair, you're 6'8", and the strike zone stops at about what? Your knees? That's the top. That's the top of the zone, and the bat is not near long enough. No matter what bat you used, it looked like the little yellow one.
It looked like a toothpick. I mean, that's what it felt like when I was swinging. Out of the 4 games we played, I don't think I even fouled a pitch off. I didn't even foul a pitch. I was 0-1, 0-2, sit down. And it wasn't even, it was embarrassing. I felt bad that you guys had to be on the same field that I was.
I didn't do a lot better. I think I had 2 more hits than you that day. And that's not good. I remember Tom had some moments where he was hitting pretty good. He even hit a couple of home runs. I remember he hit a bomb off Tom Locascio. That was in that first game, I believe, that went extra innings.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the only game we had a chance to win.
Yeah, that's when because
I think the rest of them we got blitzed the other 3.
I don't know what happened. I pitched my best that game, and that was probably the best team or second best team in the thing. We were playing against Danny Lanigan's team and he had Tom Locascio on there. I forget who else, but that was a really good team. And what's funny is I remember being on the sidelines talking to one of the other wiffleball guys, and he was going, "How do you feel?" I said, "Well, I'm throwing really good, but I just have a funny feeling Danny's going to hit one." It was next inning. Danny Lanigan did fulfill my prediction, unfortunately.
There were good guys on every team. There was nobody making fun of us or talking real trash. It was cool to be around, and there were good guys to be around.
Yeah, I think most of the trash talking was to ourselves, each other.
Yeah, that's what made it more fun.
Me yell at you to get a hit.
I may stink, but...
And I hadn't got one. That kind of thing.
Yeah, you were like, "Hey, Mr. 0 for July, it's August now. How about a hit?"
There's a couple of tournaments that you came out to out here when we were playing wiffleball, and you were you didn't play, but you still would come and watch, which that's more amazing than the people that show up to play. But out of you have any stories, anything that any memories or players?
Not the ones in Phoenix, but when you played the national championships up in Massachusetts,
mm-hmm.
There were a couple pitchers up there that just were filthy. I mean, they were incredible. The ball would do like 3 different spins all through, 3 different directions before we even got to the plate. And I'm like, I don't know how anybody can even touch the ball, much less see it. I mean, they were incredible. One was from Georgia, blonde-headed kid.
Yep, that was probably Road Toast.
Yep, that's who it was. Oh, he was incredible. I mean, I was standing behind center field, where they had those inflated outfield fences.
Uh-huh.
I'm standing there watching because you guys were playing him, and I'm just standing there in center field watching him pitch and just blown away how good he was. I just don't know how anybody could even touch him. If people have not seen real pitchers in wiffleball pitch, go on YouTube and just watch some. And you baseball players probably couldn't hit that. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just absolutely, and it's fun to watch. I had a blast there. We was there Saturday and Sunday. But I mean, every time I've gone to a wiffleball tournament, it's always been cool, and it's always been a lot of action.
Okay, we decided to cut that interview off in the middle there. That is a lot of our wiffleball talk. We'll be back with Gregg for a part 2 as we go into our favorite Cheap Trick songs of all time. So thanks again to Gregg Brofer for coming on. Again, we have more shows coming up, some good Joe Nord stuff. We'll continue with the 2007 championship game coverage and his opinions there and some other stuff. Good night now.
I need the rookies and the Vipers to report to field 6.
And there it is.
Straightaway center.
Gone.
That is.
Nord, when he needed it, got it. And it's 5-2. And Nord is trying to pump up his team.
Anytime you have a national championship, you want everybody playing at their best as much as possible, and
You can keep up with all the happenings here at the West Coast Wiffle Report at our Facebook page, Arizona Wiffleball, or on Twitter, AZ Wiffleball, or listen here on Spreaker.com, WCWR, and on Spotify, just search for WCWR. And you can always reach us by email, westcoastwifflereport@gmail.com.